garbage, recycling, junk, donatables, and any. Video games have come a really long way in the last 50 years. I'm bored, so I spend way too much money buying different consoles and renting out spaces that represent different decades, so I can have a little bit of fun today. Why don't we start? In 1983, Atari sales are at an all-time high. The Ford F-150 looked like this, and the average house cost $68,700. Somebody give me a time machine. This does kind of feel like I'm entering this room from the future, though. Obviously, I wasn't born yet at this time, but this is a huge milestone in humanity. It's really funny because the commercials seem to be appealing to adults. Probably because kids didn't have a culture of playing video games yet. They just had a culture of playing outside. Also, kids don't have money. I started setting up the console, and a few things that I realized is, one, it's not that different from the ones we have today. A few plugs go into a wall, it comes with a controller, and you connect it to your TV. But the Atari is cool because the game just starts as soon as you turn it on. The controllers are very simple. You move this around and move up and down. You hit this little ping pong ball. Oh, that was a dot. I FaceTimed my dad to ask him what his high score on Pong was. He said 21-0. A perfect game. So 21-0. I'm gonna try to beat your score.
Alright. Good luck, man.
It took me a while to get a hang of this game. Every time I lost a point, I would just reset it with this analog button. That's kind of nice. And it's so fun to experience a video game that my dad grew up with. You're done. I can see how this would be really fun if you had no exposure to modern technology whatsoever. I did not get even close to beating my dad's high score when he was 8. If I think about it for a second, that's kind of sick. I don't exactly know how to process the fact that I can't even beat a 50-year-old game, but I don't really care because I can just time travel to the next decade. That's right, the 90s. An Italian plumber is king of the world, and the Nintendo 64 becomes one of the first consoles to beat the 3D graphics. Ayo, F-150 update. Houses cost more money now. This is a shock to me. The N64 is the first console that I ever played growing up. So this is going to be really nostalgic. Welcome to the 1990s. This is the Nintendo 64. The biggest change is the gameplay. We'll get to that. But I would say one of the other big changes, the control.
Hey, what's up, guys?
With this game right here, folks,
He's playing video game systems from every era. So we're just reacting to that.
Who works at a coffee shop? So I think we've got a new challenger to defeat. Oh, you guys, this is so emotional. I'm serious. I have so many good memories playing this console at my grandma's house. Those were the good old days. Now my first time playing it in like 15 years. I've got to beat a new game, Tron. The Tron high scores are pretty much listed on each level. Who's going to try to do one?
No, this is my TV.
The Atari looks so bad in comparison to this. I used to record this game with a capture card. That's how far we've come. I'm jumping, I'm running, I'm throwing things, all in a three-dimensional space. To beat this level, I ran past some walls. Like this is gaming. Next, I got shot out of a cannon on purpose. The fact that there are animations is really crazy. But what's really crazy is how scared I got when I realized.
Oh, really?
I've got to beat Bob.
No, I never played Bro Garden.
However, I didn't even get close to the Tron's high score.
What's that?
I didn't see Tron's high score. He has no life, apparently. Anyways, the 90s was so much fun. Well, I'll see you guys in the next millennium.
He's going to 2000s now.
Yay, I'm alive now. The early 2000s brought us really good computers, a new F-150, and more expensive houses. How does this keep happening? Anyways, let's hang out in 2007 for a bit. We made it to the 2000s. Welcome to the internet. The mouse. I could think of 100 games that were amazing in the 2000s. Grand Theft Auto, Halo, Call of Duty, Guitar Hero. But my 2000s gaming experience was marked by one particular game. An open-world multiplayer computer game. I remember coming home from school one day and my mother playing on this family computer, clicking repeatedly on a pixelated tree, all to increase his woodcutting level. And I begged him to let me play. So my first day playing a computer game ever looked like this. I chopped 6 logs, collect 4 pieces of cowhide, being called a noob by a random player, and danced by some goblins. Keep in mind, this game predates Minecraft. So that just goes to show you that the human desire to chop down trees, exploit cows, and dance with medieval creatures, you can't escape it. That entire process, my first day on RuneScape when I was 9, took me 3.5 hours. I'm going to try to do it in 3.5 minutes. All right,
Thank you.
Begins now.
Yeah,
Username is
RuneScape definitely opened the door for a lot of games nowadays.
Atari, Super Mario, and frankly, I was hooked. One more. Boom. Okay, we have 6 logs. I'm gonna run to the cows. Whenever I first played the game, I didn't know how to move. That's why it took me so long to do everything. Through the cows. Peter, if you're watching this, please look away.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Okay, I've got all the cowhide I need. I need someone to call me a noob now. Thank you. I'm out here. Goblins. Here we go. Boom, I'm dancing with the goblins. So nostalgic. That only took me 27 minutes. Alright, Ward, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Please subscribe to Ryan Trading.
Oh, thank you, Brad. That's awfully nice. I need Brad, you said that
I
himself.
don't have free will.
That's enough, Brad. Alright. It is time for the Wii. New F-150. Houses cost more money. You get the gist. I have a Wii. I live in a house from Fixer Upper because that's like the pinnacle of the 2010s. I really wanted to come here. I love home makeovers. Now we've obviously come a long way since the Nintendo 64. We no longer use cartridges. We use discs now. That's what we use. Get used to it until it changes. But the Wii is so innovative because it's the first control that you can actually move and it responds to. The game that I'm going to be playing, Wii Sports. Let's turn this thing on.
Okay.
Now it's extremely important that if you play Wii Sports, you have to wristband, alright? I vividly remember playing Wii Sports and always getting my butt kicked by Matt. I'm an adult now. I'm going to beat him for the first time in my life. I've got a game loaded up against Matt. Let's rock and roll. There it is. Just lost the first game. To make my attempt at beating my childhood bully Matt even harder, I'm going to beat him while telling you about Shopify. Well, Shopify is the best place to start, grow, and manage a business. No shot, Matt. It's dying everywhere. There it is. Shopify lets you sell online, in person, and on all the big social medias. I started a little clothing store called Howdy a year ago with Shopify, and it's been great. We just won a game. Best 2 out of 3. It's 1-1. Chris is serving. Goodness, Chris. He's such a nerd. There it is. Too easy. They have tons of free themes to customize your website. You can use plugins to make your website even cooler. I like using countdown timers now before I sell stuff. And if you're a nerd like Chris, no offense, Chris. Shopify gives you access to tons of analytics to help you find more customers. Guys, honestly, Shopify has been my #1 supporter on this channel through thick and thin. It would mean the world if you went to shopify.com/RyanTradingHand and sign up for a 100% free trial. If you've ever dreamed of having your own shop or already do, you should use Shopify to do it. I believe in you. Matt, you can't bully me anymore. I defeated you. Let's go to the future. Alright, here we go. Technology is more advanced than we could have dreamed of. Massive companies are racing to make the world more virtual. F-150 is looking good. House is looking unaffordable. And I'm sure in a few years, this headset is going to look out the
Hey, what's up? Welcome back.
Welcome to the future. I mean, a lot's happened since the last console. Grand Theft Auto 5 became the biggest game ever. PlayStations 4 and 5 came out. A bunch of Xboxes. No one really knows the name of those. Nintendo Switch. And now we live in an era where for $400, you can go wherever you want. A round trip ticket to Ohio costs more than that. I'm going to go into the metaverse and meet up with an old friend. If you don't know, I spent 100 metaverse days in this headset last year and attempted to become more popular there than Mark Zuckerberg. In the process, though, I made a true friend named Blade, who I actually ended up meeting in real life, and it feels like a good time to meet up again. Blade! What's up, buddy? No way, dude! You are back! Thanks. Of course. Dude, I can't believe this is real. I'm sitting down. Hold on. Does that feel better? Yeah. Dude, no way. That is crazy. How are you? Good. How are you? Good, man. Long time no see. You gotta give me a hug, dude. Come on. Come on. Just like old times, Clay and I just hung out. We tried cooking. We went to a 7-Eleven, got some fun drinks. We boxed each other, and eventually
Move, Pumbaa, move. So we are reacting to someone's Nuzlocke. Double reaction time.
Super empty. I'm gonna open the box. This is the Odd Ones Out, their first Pokemon Nuzlocke. If you guys are watching this, when I eventually upload it to YouTube, I guess, I am Flygon HG. I do hardcore Nuzlocks. I'm a pro Nuzlocker, as the title probably will say. I'm also a big fan of the Odd Ones Out. I watch some of his Netflix show. I think he's a really good storyteller. What he does with his videos is really impressive. I love the product, and I was going to watch it by myself, and then I thought, wait a minute, I can make content out of it. So why not monetize everything that brings joy out of my life? I am, after all, a pro Pokemon player. Obviously, we're going to do that. Let's see how the Odd
I play Pokemon, but I am not a pro Pokemon player.
Pokemon Nuzlocke is a set of rules that turn a normal playthrough into a hardcore playthrough.
Wait, he's already just a man after my heart. He picked Flygon. He picked Flygon to show this point. Also, I love the Odd Ones Out art style. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But he picked Flygon. He's baiting me. I know he is. I know he is. He knows his audience, yeah.
You're only allowed to catch the first
Nipples.
Pokemon you see first, and if any of them faint, they actually don't live anymore, and you never use them again. The game I will be unlocking will be Pokemon Ruby. Not because I'm
That's interesting. Pokemon Ruby. We don't see that very often. That's a really random one to Nuzlocke, not Emerald. Okay.
copying Jaden, and because Gen 3 is my favorite generation, and out of the three games, Ruby was the one I played as a kid.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I've seen other PokeTubers who have a deep, uncanny knowledge of this game and use calculators to make the best, most
So, how could you for attack?
Pumbaa.
at that level yet. So
Okay, fair enough.
make choices that some could consider suboptimal. That grass was like super effective against water. Why is he super effective against me? But past all that, let's get out of this truck and
That's
start
just-
our adventure.
That's the Foosley experience.
Someone's already picked Torchic. When I played as a kid, I picked Trico. So that means we're left with Kick Mud.
Okay, Mudkip is the best starter, obviously, because it makes Watson really easy, and Watson is normally really hard. So good job, Odd Ones Out. Oh my God, look how cute! Look how cute! So cute! God, I wish I was good at drawing.
Pokemon after pets is very common in Nuzlocke.
It's also a terrible idea. Don't do it. You shouldn't do it because then they die. Don't do it. It's not a good idea.
Traveling through Route 104, I caught a Zigzagoon. A Zigzagoon.
Okay.
Probably not going to train her up or anything, but she will be useful teaching useless HMs to.
Shameless plug. You can beat this entire. Actually, you can't. In Emerald, you can, but you can beat the Elite Four with the new names. It's pretty easy. Okay.
You have an ability where you pick up random objects, and you picked up a revive, a wig seed. I can't use these. Wandering through the some guy asked me if I'd seen any Pokemon named Trubbish. The main reason Gen 3 is my favorite is because the best Pokemon ever, Breloom, makes his debut in this game.
It is a pretty
If I
badass
saw
Pokemon.
in this forest, I would probably react like this. This guy was being truthful. My name's Trish Ghost, because not only is he the greatest of all time, but because I was also working on this other video about goats, so I had a lot of goats on the mind.
It's a good video.
We challenged Roxanne, the rock type junior, but thankfully we picked the water starter, so, came up to your thing. I got a Halo on Route 116, and he
That looked like a slow.
I named him RE2.
Like I said,
We sailed the gym town and saw that the second gym was a fighting type.
I love that it's the elephant in the room that he's copying Jaden. It's a Donphan. Clever, clever, clever. Bro's got visual puns. Okay, so Taylor should be fine here, but oh, never mind. It only knows pack. Why is he level 12? Oh, right.
I don't like that. He's too high above.
Yeah, but you're gonna die.
We
It's a die, bro.
It managed to beat every
No.
Pokemon.
No.
Tap out and release by Quita, which came up off the floor.
Oh, okay.
If you start walking on two legs, came up. Go
Nuzlocke? Nuzlocke rules are made up, and you should do whatever you want to make the game enjoyable. Is that technically what most people would do? No, but it still counts as like absolutely do that if you want to have some leeway. You should totally just relax the rules a little bit when it's your first Nuzlocke because you're supposed to have fun. So I really like this. Perfect.
This useless Pokemon to learn this unrequired move. Zubat, I'm calling you Mr. Flash and immediately teaching you. After the museum, we were ready to take on Watson, the electric type gym leader.
Yep.
Luckily, we picked the water ground starter, so
Perfect.
get up to your thing.
Now what?
Do I go here? Here? How did I get here? I'm wondering. Pokemon I named after pets evolved into bigger versions of themselves.
Good.
I get rid of Flash. No. Anyway, I'm kind of lost, so I'm entering random houses and asking NPCs where I should go.
I love that he's not looking it up.
Harbor Mail? I'll trade you that for my coin case.
Coin case.
You know, for gambling. Listen, the reason I'm this excited is because one of the prizes you can win at the casino is a Pokemon.
No, it's not.
Pokemon that may help you build the perfect team. So before I check with the
He
price
dropped me off.
You love.
He's like, is your mom picking you up? I'm like, she's busy right now. He's like, you want me to take you home?
Oh, I love it.
I'm like, you could. That would be nice. Appreciate it.
That's obvious.
He's like dying laughing, and then he's like, look at it. There's so many ways you can look at this right now. He's like, you weren't in the car.
All right.
The windows didn't break. Like,
When you don't have chat,
I just keep telling him. It's
gatekeeping,
like,
gatekeeping. That's
I know.
gaming. That's gaming you. But
But
I like
he
that
could
it's
fix it?
not live because it would be-
yeah, he's pretty positive that he can. So he's getting ready to go take his seat out so he can put the doors inside of the car and take them back.
Interesting. You can tell here this
He's
is
like-
not interesting to anybody, but based on
He's like, bro, you got a whole Jeep here. Why don't you just take the doors off and ride it like a Jeep? I'm like,
and that's really smart.
he's like, at least you're laughing about it. I'm like, what else can I do? You know, like,
He's definitely recording both. of
nothing
them
else I can do.
straight instead of like in and out live.
I guess I'm off for the day.
This makes it so that you can do really
Good
good
job.
like this. And obviously it's easier to do when you're doing it offline.
Okay. Review. We encountered a Zangoose. I have no clue what Pokemon does, but it looks way cooler than all the Onishers and tiny birds.
Huh?
I'd be awesome. Cooked beef. The tentacles you have on this goose are more than enough to weaken it.
That is like, yo, see if the mechanic works on F-250s. You know, my big work truck. I was like, bro, he's literally the one that rebuilt my engine last year. He does everything. He's like, yo, let me know. I'm ready now, like ASAP. So I said something to Mario, and he's like, yeah, I'm down for whatever. I'm like, nah, he's a really good guy. I told him, like, he helped buy that car. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, he put up, like, most of the money, and I just paid him back over the time, you know? And I said, you know, he's a really good guy, and he got money, so he's like, what is wrong with it? I was like, well, off the rip, I know it needs oil. Like, the guy was constantly putting oil in it. He used to do a little bit of car work, and that's what he was saying. But I know it also needs a tire change. And Daddy said it doesn't start right now, but it needs jump. So hopefully Mario can get that thing up and running. I'm gonna be like, yo, Daddy, just give me them keys. I'm putting all that shit in my car. Well, I showed Mario the video I sent everybody yesterday. And he's like, that was yesterday before this? I was like, literally right before this. He's like, I can't believe you got a damn 4x4 hanging out your window. I'm like, yes. You wanna know what? The windows still work. The lock's still working.
This is actually really smart.
And what did Daddy say when he saw the car?
He didn't.
It's really smart.
He literally messaged me when I was pulling up here.
Use the evolution.
He was like,
Heal in my no Pokemon.
literally, hasn't heard anything from him since yesterday. It was like, that's probably
like
how we looking? I sent him that. I'm like, not good.
we did this exact same.
He's like, what the hell? Where's the doors at? my backyard.
Or wait, no, that's not how.
Shit, you was in it? And I'm like, no. He's like, insurance? I'm like, I doubt it. Probably not worth it.
I did something like this. I can't remember what it was. Anyway.
He's like, call the junkyard in Georgia. I'm like, well, the mechanic already found the doors. I just gotta take him the car to see if he can actually do it. Mario said, I mean, he just gotta release a couple bolts, and he's pretty sure that he can get the doors in there probably a little bit better than what they were already. He's like, I've never seen this happen before. He's like, it had to have been a trailer that hit you. And I'm like, yeah, because honestly, most people are gonna want their car fixed. Most people are gonna want their car fixed. So, you know, he's like, no, people that do things like that, it's gonna come back with them. I'm like, no, honestly, and I got bad luck. He's like, I wanna say it's bad luck. Like, y'all weren't in the car. I'm like, yeah, you're right. He's like, I bet the door don't open. I was like, no, this one does, that one doesn't. He's like, what? He's like, and the lock. I was like, the car is currently locked right now. And he's like, what? I'm like, no, seriously. But my button to the actual door don't work. He said, because all the wiring is like connected together. So with that one not working. So when I showed him the doors, he's like, bro, they took off everything. I'm like, I don't even see a mirror here. He's like, nah, it's not there. He's like, it took the handle off and everything. He's like, I can't believe it just popped off like that because it's literally anchored in. I'm like, yeah, no. He's like, and it didn't break the windows. I'm like, no, it didn't break the windows. Like, the windows still go down.
Taking one for the team. This felt like the best choice.
But then
Then he heals.
to finish the fight because he was, in his words, immobilized by love.
Yeah, oh no.
You're letting this turtle body slam you on purpose, and you're set for it. Do you
Can
really
you send me that picture
Okay, guys. I know this is a fire turtle, but she's mostly
of the
using
car?
body slam.
I'm gonna use it as an excuse to get out of mental health court today.
Today,
Yeah.
maybe it's pictures clearly at night.
I'll just say it happened last night.
Huh?
I'll just say it happened last night.
You're not.
It's so funny. Okay, sorry. But honestly, if I was analyzing this from like a competitive perspective.
He's like, well, think about it this way. But you've never seen the inside of the door, and now you can see how everything works. I'm like, yeah, I've never seen it from this side. I've taken panels off before. Like,
I've just been thinking about like how everything happened, and I'm like, how the fuck did that happen?
now, when I talked to my mom earlier too, I'm like, Mom, even Randy said we thought it was just a mirror. I would have never pulled up to Rocky's house like that. And she's like, I could tell on his face that he had no idea it was that bad. Because every time he looked, his face got worse and worse.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, because the realization of that is like, that could have been my life.
Really cool. And that's the fucked up thing. I'm getting a rash on my I don't know, it itching. I guess why do you
Yeah, look up. I was trying not. I was in my head. I was like, I lost my life last night, man.
I've been telling you about and driving. I've been saying it for like a year now.
And I don't even think it was that. It was like you were on your phone.
Yeah, who was he though?
I don't remember. You would have to
It
go
was
back and look at
probably
the time.
Sarah.
But I know, like, you were texting. He was like, "Oh shit!" And then like we thought it was just mirrors. Like, fuck. That's a big thing. You need to stop texting and driving.
I know.
Definitely the drinking and driving, but the texting and driving is it's almost as bad.
Electric like Pikachu, and his head kind of looks like so. The type of the team is huge. After it's that was so mean. I think your Mr. Flash's flying poison moves could be useful. So I evolved you to build that, and then here you go, daycare lady.
It's just like me.
Honestly,